Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon to one and all present here. On behalf of the Department of Corporate Secretary, I welcome
So I'm going.
Dr.
Okay.
I welcome Dr. Karimullah Basha sir for today's session on economic post COVID-19. Dr. Karimullah Basha sir is the senior most staff of our college in the
Is it
Department of
recording there?
Economics. He is the associate professor
Is it
of
recording?
economics.
Okay.
He
Shall
is
we?
going to take charge as head of the department from 1st June.
Respected Professor Akmal,
Thank you, sir.
HOD Corporate Secretaryship, esteemed Professor Ansar, Zonal Secretary, AUT, dear Professor Shakir Razvi, lovable student friends, corporates, Brother Haidar Ali, Assistant Controller of Examination, Dr. Yunus, Mr. Lukman, dear resource persons of past programs, and with respect and remembrance of my department staff, Assalamu alaikum, good evening. I shall start this program by a quote which was given by APJ Abul Kalam. He says, when you are pushed to a corner in the time of difficulty, you should remember God, because He gives two chances, two options to you. Either He will catch you when you are falling, or He will teach you how to fly. This is the situation in which we are passing through in India as well as at global level. And now here, I am asked to talk about the conditions of economy post-COVID. This is free of geography, this is free of time sense. Therefore, first I am generalizing the issue, then I am coming to a particular point. In the previous programs, all your speeches were linked to, it were making you, it was infusing in you the concept of ethics, the concept of morality, the concept of virtuousness, which I am totally against. Because for a corporate student, ethics is not important, but virtue is important. According to me, a corporate student, a Corpian, should have a sense of salvage, cruel edge, man of metaphor. This is what you people require. Along with this, if you people are having some communication skills, these communication skills will come when you have some vocabulary, when you know the usage of the vocabulary, when you know some verb form, when you are aware of tense. Naturally, you will get communication skills along with benevolence. What is that I want to say about sense of salvage? Regarding this sense of salvage, I will give you one example. That example is with respect of Kevin Carter, a photographer from South Africa who has got Pulitzer Prize in the year 1998. He has photographed a picture wherein altogether two concepts were there, two living beings were there. That photograph got Pulitzer Prize. It was the one side altogether, a vulture sitting, waiting to eat the girl baby, which was there dying out of malnutrition as well as hunger. Therefore, this Kevin Carter, when he received the prize in the year 1998 March, the same night he got a phone, he got a that is called as a communication over a phone, asking him regarding how many vultures that he has seen besides the baby, girl baby. The photographer says that it was only one, therefore I got this Pulitzer Prize. But The call said that there were two vultures. It was you as well as vulture who were killing that girl baby. Therefore, it is not good on your part to receive this prize. Sensitizing that issue altogether, this Kevin Carter committed suicide on the same day of receiving the Pulitzer Prize. That is a moral, that is an ethics which were there with the photographers, with the media during that period. Now, in this juncture of COVID-19, that is 2019, in Indian economy, we are seeing so many channels focusing so much of news against some community, against some region, against some nation, in spite of criticizing, commenting very badly. These people are getting so much of hike, so much of sophistication, so much of fame, so much of name. Here you see that there are no morals, there are no ethics, nothing is here. Therefore, here in this condition, we have to be very careful regarding the selection of ethics as well as our corporate life. And coming towards the case of Cruel Edge, you would have seen Mr. Tata donating 500 crores of rupees. That edge you should have. You should also have man of metaphor. These are the three important characteristics, the three qualities which, my dear Corpians, you should possess. And coming towards the present crisis, I remember some incidents which are making me very painful, sometimes very happy. It is because these three incidents are: number one, an interview made by Nafisa Umar, who is from altogether Jammu Kashmir. And when this Jammu Kashmir was totally under lockdown, one reporter went there, one journalist went there by name Arvind Mishra. This Arvind Mishra was giving an interview to this Nafisa Umar, and she says that she prays that because of unknown things, because of certain politics, the people of Jammu Kashmir are left behind, put in cages, put in their houses as an arrest. Ya Allah, I am praying that the same situation should come to you people who are living freely outside Jammu Kashmir. This was a statement given by Nafisa Umar. Second, we should remember the cases of altogether Asifa. And the third one, we should also remember the statement given by a dying boy there in Syria. There, at a dying stage, at a dying bed altogether, this boy says that, Inshallah, I will go to God and say everything to God regarding my sufferings. Therefore, what I feel is that the sufferings of these people are listened by God. Thereby, it may be a curse, it may be a punishment, it may be a kind of a lesson which God is giving to us in the name of this COVID-19. And in the same way altogether, if some particular group of community people feel that they have been mob lynched, nobody is there to take care. And in this case, I remember a surah, Al-Fil, where altogether Ababil was sent by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to protect Kaaba. Therefore here, I take a sense of appreciation and acknowledging you that any a time, a man, an innocent man will be protected. Thereby here, this kind of sufferings are given to all the world altogether. And I am given a topic called as an Indian economy post-COVID. This I am going to discuss you. This discussion, prior to this discussion, I would be saying you that this in economy, when it is specific free of a zone, I shall be talking to you a little bit about the world economies. then coming to Indian economy, later on coming to this Tamil Nadu economy. Afterwards, I shall be speaking you about what is called as solutions. Moreover, this COVID, the weight of the virus of this COVID is altogether 0.85 octograms. As per the experts, 1 gram of COVID-19 virus is sufficient to normalize, to stabilize the world, to make the world stand still. Moreover here, this COVID has taken many what's called as mutation forms. Whatever these politicians are saying us that we shall be inventing altogether a vaccine so that people will get some amount of relief from the pain of this COVID-19. In this, once again, I remember a statement given by Ronald Reagan. He says that there are 9 terrifying words in English literature which makes me to feel shy. That is, the quotation is, I am from government, I have come to you to help. These are the terrifying words according to Ronald Reagan. And these are the same words which all over the world the politicians are repeating, and sometimes confusing, sometimes making us to suffer at our own what is called as a risk. Moreover here, this economic conditions, I shall be giving you briefly the picture with an example. And this example is a remote example of a marriage scene of a village. There lives a father, a poor father, who shall be dreaming to get marriage of the daughter to a richest man. And he is calling altogether the what is called as an band people. And in remote villages, if you go and see, the band people will be coming in a very called as an velvet dress, rosy velvet dress. And these people who used to play these instruments sometimes may not be having a proper shave, may not be having proper shoes or chappals to wear. Therefore, there is a simile, there is a resemblance that the economy of the world, economy of India, economy of Tamil Nadu is just like similar to a man who is playing these instruments of music. And after this marriage altogether, the poor man has to pay, that is what is called as has to inflict the burden of whatever he is mortgaging, he has borrowed from the richest people. Therefore, this is what is very simply the conditions of economy with COVID. And herein, just we should try to understand the meaning of economy. Economy means, in a precise words altogether, a system in which we are controlling money supply, we are making use of trade, we are making use of industry. When these three are rotating, when these three are what is called as an evolving, we are getting some amount of wealth. That wealth is used by once again the nation. Therefore, economy precisely means the control of money supply, trade, industry. This economy is a social domain concept. This social domain concept is having the concept of altogether governance. This governance, our politicians altogether are cheating, making us fools. Somebody says that you have to live in the condition of capitalism. Somebody says you should be living in a centralized system. Somebody says you should live in a democracy. These statements altogether are mischievous statements, because I notice that in whatever form of governance we are living in a concept of, in a monarchism of enlightened absolutism. This enlightened absolutism was proposed by 3 people. They are Frederick Frederick II of Prussia, Catherine II of Russia, Joseph II of Austria. This Frederick II of Prussia, he used to support only meritocracy in what is called as civil services promotions or civil services employment promotion opportunities. The same we are observing nowadays, even in India, in the name of meritocracy, many kind of social benefit schemes are being removed from the constitutional purview. And coming towards Ma'am Catherine II of Russia, she was not in favor of any noble family or nobility. She was supporting totally the richest Jews. And coming towards Joseph II of Austria, this man was trying to reform, radicalize the society, but unfortunately, this man was following the footprints of Frederick II as well as Catherine, meritocracy as well as abolition of nobility. The same is that we are seeing now here, only unionism, only central, only the federal governments are given more importance rather than state governments. And here, according to this enlightened absolutism, they propose a concept called as a trap. This trap, we have to what is called as discuss in detail. Inshallah, I shall be doing it. That trap, T stands for altogether toleration of religious minorities. Here, religious minorities includes only Jews, Christians, none other than the other communities. Reforms in a sense here, you should make reforms of an economy, hand over the economy to the richest noble or the king. Absolutism, you should give your power to a only single person, single institution, single what is called as a monarch. And patronage, you should support the people who are financing you. Therefore here, these words trap is being derived from an enlightened absolutism. After this absolutism altogether, we are going for the concept of an modern economic principles, modern economic philosophers who says that this economies of the world should be envisaged with the principles of altogether welfare-oriented concepts. This welfare-oriented concepts you shall be seeing there in the welfare economy of Pigou, the concepts of altogether Sismondi, the concepts of Karl Marx. Sismondi says that the wealth of a nation depends upon its enjoyment or happiness. And Karl Marx says that after every prosperity, you should go for recession or depression. This recession and depression will be coming every 10 years. And here, after knowing briefly the precise economic principles of some philosophers, now I shall be going to a chronological order of power sharing, power mongering of the world nations. First, dear students, you have seen that there was the outbreak of First World War. This First World War has changed the sharing of power between European countries. Even in European countries, when war was over, Turkey was made a silent spectator in power race. Afterwards, we see only Spain, we are seeing Germany, we are seeing States of America. Even after this First World War, we are seeing the establishment of League of Nations. This League of Nations also was made silent by these power mongers. Therefore here, these world wars have made once again to have altogether Cuban missile attacks in the year 1962. It also had the conflicts of frozen conflicts wherein altogether China and Russia waged wars without the knowledge of the world powers. We also have seen espionage wars, wherein there were wars in between States of America and Russia. There were star wars also. Even in these espionage wars, we are seeing the end of Russian economy in the year 1991, and it was accepted by the writing of Mr. Gorbachev's Perestroika. Therefore, here, this is the condition of the world as such. And when we come towards the concept of the various diseases which have shook the world, which has made the world to crumble, among these diseases, we come across zoomatic diseases, we come across several flus which outbroke. Among them, we are seeing the Spanish flu, by which altogether 50 million people were killed. We have seen bubonic plague. We have seen HIV. We have seen AIDS. We have seen cat ulcers. We have seen Ebola. We have seen polio. We have seen anthrax, yellow fever, fungal infections, rabies. And the World Health Organization reports that every year 68% of this viral transmission is taking place from animals to human. Moreover, every year 2.2 million people are getting killed by this kind of emission of viruses from animals to human beings. And afterwards, let us see the condition of world as it is. The world condition is, the superpower condition is, the American condition is, before this invention of this viral disease, was that altogether arms and ammunition scandals and robberies were taking place in America, and it was searching, dying for investment in basic health care. And the same America was talking about what is called as in Lithuanian problems. It was talking about the Mexican wall. It was not worried about the welfare of the common man. And coming next, we are seeing the New Zealand, wherein there was an attack on particular institution, particular worshipping place. Later on, it has rectified its mistakes. Now it is peaceful. In Australia, we have seen what is called as forest fires, flooding. When you see this Australia's forest fires and flooding, I remember the concept of Malthusian theory of population. And France, you have seen the concept of yellow shirts revolution, yellow shirts strikes, yellow shirts demanding reforms in the French economy regarding their pensions. And Britain was totally amplified with the division of power. Ireland was searching for investment. Scotland was searching for peace for its senior citizens. Italy was struggling with its mafia dons. Germany was stabilizing its power, political power. African economies, South Africa was totally, South Africa was totally drenched with drugs, mafias. And here, in this case, if we talk about all these kinds of problems of the world, we have lost two great presidents of the world, presidents of the world economies. And these presidents are, one among the presidents is from Iraq. His name is Saddam Hussein. This man was hanged to death because this America was saying that this Iraq is possessing biological weapons. And now, dear students, you should analyze the statements of the same America. This America says China is spreading virus, and when Iraq was invaded, when he was given hanging punishment, hang death, what is that America is doing when Wuhan has spread, China has spread with virus? And this French government has killed a Libyan President Muammar Gaddafi, And this Gaddafi was about to be given Nobel Peace Prize. Before a week, he was shot dead in an open streets. Therefore, here, these kinds of power mongerness, these kinds of what is called as an human killings altogether is ruling the world. In this case, now we should show a proper way, clear way, which can make your economy reaching towards what is called as a welfare-oriented economy. This welfare-oriented economy was going on peaceful way prior to 2014. And in this prior to 2014 altogether, we are seeing peace in an economy. After 2014, sudden changes have taken place in Indian economic government. And there are many fallacies, there are many mistakes which we cannot criticize now. But as is requested, how is that these economies of the world, which are amplified with divisions, and these amplified divisions of power mongerness now requires unity, now requires promotion in employability, now requires investment. After analyzing these issues of the world and diseases, now let us shed some what is called as a glance. Let us see some glance of picture of Indian economy. In this Indian economy, let us see the conditions of money supply as it is stated by economy, the meaning of economy. Meaning of economy says it is talking about money supply. This money supply concept in India, as you see, these banks are getting what is called as a bankrupt. Government is taking away the money of Reserve Bank of India to the tune of 1,800 crores. Toppest industrialists, what is called as receiving money income, making the banks bankrupt, leaving the country. And latest, you are seeing that altogether, this Indian government is announcing 20 lakh crore loan as an fiscal stimulus to Indian economy. An ordinary man, a common man like me or somebody like you altogether, some unknown, uneducated man is putting me a question. What is the total population of Indian economy? Total population of an Indian economy is 130 crores. And this common man is asking that if you put 5 crores into the account of an each individual, you have to spend only 650 crores of money income. There you can solve every problem of every citizen. Now here government is announcing 20 lakh crores of rupees of money income as a fiscal that is a stimulus, unaware of knowing the repercussions, knowing the meaning of monetary stimulus also. And here this Indian economy is having altogether a budget. In this budget altogether, it has announced that 30.40 crores of rupees of money income, and above which altogether it is spending 20 lakh crores. The revenue resource it is not revealing. How do you get this resource? It is not revealing. And even I make a challenge that when this government says that we are giving loans to a common man, go and get it. Can I go and get a loan from a bank as an ordinary citizen? It is not possible. And along with this recession altogether, Indian economy is seeing the conditions of altogether a recession. This recession is an effect of supply side effects, demand side effects. Supply side effects, we close the economy. We don't have to have good relationship with the neighboring states. Moreover, during this COVID situation, we have closed the economy, because of which altogether supply of essentials have been closed. Supply of luxuries also have been closed. And demand side, where is the demand comes? Demand comes whenever a man is having some amount of personal disposable money income. A common man is struggling for his money income. When he is not having money income, he cannot demand. Moreover, government is issuing some regulations regarding the purchase of commodities in the name of essentials, non-essentials, non-essential items. And here, in these essential items, government of India, government of Tamil Nadu, government of other states, they are declaring that altogether liquor as an essential commodity, food as a non-essential commodity, books as a non-essential commodity, laptops as a non-essential commodities. And along with this altogether, when a man is not having money income, banks are bankrupt, politicians are flying to some other countries, government is unaware of which stimulus it is, whether it is a monetary or fiscal stimulus. In this condition, government once again is saying that we are announcing a moratorium of altogether what is called as a loan of your housing as well as personal loans. This moratorium of loans is just a big joke because your rate of interest, your EMI is once again is added to your principal amount. This is the stimulus the government is giving to us. And coming towards the other thing, it is saying that we are giving you the pending bills within 45 days. Whatever is that I am working, whatever is that my bills are pending with the government, that pending bills, keeping pending itself is a crime. Once again, government says that it is a stimulus. My income it is giving and it is saying that it is stimulus. And it is also is saying that altogether income tax due, which has to be given to a common man, it will be releasing. It is my money income, it is coming under financial stimulus. And it is introducing labor reforms policies. In this labor reforms policies, government says that nobody should stop the wages. Nobody should stop the wages of a common man, common citizen, common employee. Because government employees are getting some amount of salaries. What about our counterparts, private people working in their institutions? Can a private teacher go to its management ask salary? Can a staff go to a Reliance ask a salary? Reliance altogether says that he is going to cut the salaries by 15%. In this case, we have to appreciate the conditions of Rahul Bajaj, who is increasing the salary rather than decreasing the salary. And coming towards in the same creation of demand, government now says that they are going to plant medicinal plants on the river banks of Ganga River, and they are going to grow the medicines, they are going to supply the medicines altogether to the patients of COVID. And this has to be waited and seen. And coming towards the case of agriculture sector, they have announced marketing reforms. In these marketing reforms, they say that new central law to bypass mandis. New central law to bypass mandis. In a sense, there will be maximum middlemen. And barrier-free interstate trade. In this barrier-free interstate trade, in agriculture sector, if you go and see the villages, farmer on a namesake is holding the land, he is making agricultural production, but on a lump sum amount of trade, he has written for 5 years agreement that whatever I am going to produce, I am going to sell it at wholesale prices to the big what is called as an corporates like Reliance, like Bajaj, like the other people. And they also are saying that they are going to deregulate cereals, edible oils, oilseed, pulses, onion, potato. And in this state, we should know the pathetic conditions of the farmers who are growing what is called as an agricultural crop of altogether flowers. Did you ever imagine, students, altogether, what about the milk which was supplied to the tea shops in the previous days of 52 to 55 days? What happened to that milk? what happened to the problems of the farmers. And with respect of cement industry, government has given this cement industry to Damani brothers. And with respect of transportation, it has been partially privatized. With respect of power sector, it is privatized. With respect of to pharmacy, maximum privatized. With respect of to altogether medicals, it is what is called as the emergency medicals, it is privatized. And finally, it is saying that we are going to have altogether, privatization of airports, privatization of nuclear energy, privatization of what is called as an space research, and they are going to liberate once again coal industry. These are the stimulus packages which are given by the government. And in such a case altogether, how to revive the economy is a big question. In this big question altogether, experts say that it is a doubt. It takes time because from public sector, resources are going to private sector. From there, investment have to be made. Their employment generation should take place. Finally, income should come. Then only we can maintain a balance between supply effects, demand effects. There we can control recession. There we can have some stability of an economy. And finally here, the welfare, public welfare programs, whatever this government has done is categorized in terms of three. Number one, very latest, it has announced pollution control measure in the form of banning loudspeakers in Allahabad, through which they are going to control environment, and disinfecting the environment by spraying. This that is infecting. If you see the photographs of Uttar Pradesh, the other states, they are disinfecting the human body totally. If that chemical is going into the eyes, onto the skin altogether, what happens? They are unaware of it. And moreover, they are constructing a direct pathway from Nepal border to altogether what is called as a toughest place there in Jammu Kashmir to promote tourism. These are the public welfare measures, and they are leaving the senior citizens, the welfare of senior citizens, the welfare of the people who are caught there in Assam refugee camps. They have left the children, they have left the patients of heart, they have left the patients of liver, kidneys. It is unnoticed. And moreover here, as a final conclusion altogether, now we should make altogether a statement relating to Ratan Tata, who is a clever corporate like you. He says that we can revive our economy by some steps, some two measures. These two measures are, number one, human motivation and determination. These two can bring out altogether change, rapid change in the economy, because he does not believe in the statements of the experts. And he's giving some statistics, he is giving some statements, proven statements. That is, he is asking the Japan, which was defeated by America in the year 1942, has once again given a challenge in respect of what is shares market in the year 1972. But experts say Japan is dead. And if experts are with altogether Arabian countries, why is that Israel is still existing? And Bumblebee example he's giving, according to the experts, according to aerodynamic experts, Bumblebee cannot fly, but it is flying. It is against the rules of altogether aerodynamic principles. And finally, this Ratan Tata is saying that 83 World Cup is won, and it was against the statements given by the experts. Therefore, for the promotion of this world, for the promotion of peace, for the promotion of progress, for the promotion of growth, for the promotion of development. Two important things, Scorpions, you need. They are called as an motivation and determination. With this, I conclude my presentation. Thank you for the offer given to me. Thank you. Can you come here?
Thank you, sir, for making a very beautiful elaboration on how the economy of India will be post COVID 2019. Thank you for the explanation, sir. Sir, can you hear us, sir? Sir, can you hear our voice, sir? I think there is some problem with the speaker of Karim Basha, sir. Finally, request Muhammad Abbas to propose vote of thanks. Muhammad Abbas Khan, sir, please propose.
Yes, sir, if you people can hear me.
Yes, sir.
Assalamu alaikum. A very good day to all my beloved faculty members who have been an inspiration to all our Scorpion leaders of 2020-21.
Assalamu alaikum bhai.
In this-
Record हुआ क्या पूरा? अच्छा वह जरा क्या क्वेश्चंस क्या थे मेरे फोन को करो बोलो यहाँ सिस्टम बराबर नहीं है अच्छा बेटा ओके बा
Abbas, sir, please proceed, sir.
Yes. In the entire program, all our resource persons were picked from the treasurer of our college. Our one such person from the treasurer is our Dr. S. Karimullah Basha, sir, Associate Professor, PG and Research Department of Economics. An ideal person for the topic, economy post-COVID-19. He is a senior economist who have really given us the essence of economy post-COVID-19. Our department is dedicated in bringing such high-end webinars to feed our young Scorpions with the best of economic affairs of the world. As a final word, I would like to convey my deepest gratitude to Sheikh Sir, IKSC Coordinator and Head, Dr. A. Haidarli Sir, ACOE and Coordinator SIP, Professor M. Zahiruddin Sharif Sir, Vice Principal Administration, and my final word of appreciation to Dr. S. Karimullah Basha Sir for his wonderful speech. Thank you.